And on traders, it's Ricky with Technical Solutions. Thank you guys again for joining us for another live stream. I'm sorry that maybe the quality isn't going to be the best, or it might not actually be just very clear. But I'm here at the airport in Barcelona, catching a flight back to California, and I thought I'd take advantage of this time while you guys are probably still, since it's 1:27 p.m. right now here in Barcelona, but it's like 4:30 in California. But just want to take advantage of this time and show you guys on how to set up a scanner using the Ameritrade app. I'm going to make it very simple. I'll talk to you guys step by step on how I personally set it up and kind of go from there. So let's start sharing my screen and let's go. All right, so if you guys aren't familiar with this platform, it's TD Ameritrade and it's a free platform. I've made a number of videos. You guys can simply search up my name and then TD Ameritrade. The videos will pop up on what I've made with the personal platform. But pretty much you go on this top tab, you can click monitor, trade, analyze, scan is what we're going to be focusing on is the scan, the stock hacker. You pretty much, just starting it off on how I personally have it set up. Obviously, right now the volume isn't very high because market doesn't actually open until 3:30 p.m. for Barcelona time. Therefore, if I put the volume very low, usually want this, depending on what your preference is. I personally just going to put it at 5,000 or 1,000 or 5,000 per minute volume, and that's just, again, based on my opinion, I think that's a pretty healthy volume, but the market usually does have to be open because if I put, that 5,000 limit, it filters out so many stocks, only two pop up, and these are the ones that are seeing the highest volume. So in doing that, I just put it at 100 just because the market is not necessarily open, so you guys won't be able to see many stocks. But kind of go from top to bottom, you click on simply just add filter for stock. I clicked on last price, so you just click on last price. The minimum reason I put 7 cents, and I'm going to walk you guys through it. I don't like to trade stocks that are less than $1. So for this being a gap scanner or a scanner that's kind of capturing stocks that are trending, I put 70 cents because if a 70-cent stock is trending and it sees an increase of, let's say, like 40%, then that would put it necessarily a little bit close to that $1 mark. So it's kind of, you can put this in your preference. It's kind of like what the lowest price value for the stock you want it to be. So I can put like $1, and then I'll focus on stocks from a range of $1 to $30, and that's my max. So I don't want to trade any stocks more than $30 or find any more stocks through my filter. So I wanted to strictly just focus on stocks with the last price of $1 to $30, and I can change this. I'll change it for you guys just so you guys can see. And from $1 to $50, there's 11,000 stocks that meet that criteria. But then I go ahead and I click again, add filter for stock, and then I go to the volume option, and then from volume, again, you can change this if the market's open or if you're doing it pre-market hours or after market hours, whatever it is that you want to focus on. The minimum volume to be 100, and max volume, I really don't care what it is, and there's 160 matches based on the current time as of right now. And then the last one's going to be study. So you click here and you click add Steve filter. So once you click that, you're going to go down here, and it's going to be price performance, and then you make it down here to price change, and that's how I got this price change. I got it from close, so if it closed at a certain price, so like all these stocks, the last price, this is the close price because the market still isn't open, and this is how you can utilize this scanner for pre-market, for pre-market like trend stocks that are in a sense gapping up, and I'm going to explain that for you guys in just a minute. So I put price change, I put previous close, and then is at least 2% greater than, and then I included extended hours. So pretty much if it's 2% more than what it previously closed at, meaning that it's gapping up, then it will, in a sense, add to my filter. So I can change this to 4%, but again, because the volume is so low for a stock to meet that criteria at this specific moment, isn't necessarily very realistic. And I simply put 10 bars, and then I included extended hours by simply clicking on the time frame. And you can put 30 minutes and it will include it, or you can uncheck it and it will disinclude it. And then you click scan, and then your stocks pop up here. So these stocks that are popping up right here are, you know, a filter of stocks that meet my minimum to max price. They meet the criteria from 100 to max volume, and they meet my criteria of they're at least greater than 4%, so they're gapping at least 4%. So simply what I can do is one that we're somewhat familiar with is CHFS. So I go here to charts, and then I can go here to CHSF. I apologize, FS. And you can see based on the previous close, it meets that criteria. The volume is a little bit higher. It's gapping up, and this is in the sense a gapper. So this is what, in a sense, is helping me find the specific stock, and that's really just it. So I do want to make sure that I guide you guys in the right direction. So being able to utilize this specific scanner, you know, can be very helpful. I do get a lot of questions on. I do want to thank you guys first all for watching and for tuning in live, especially. But a very common question is like, how do I grow my watch list? And then where do I buy and where do I sell? I want to make sure that you guys are, for those that are watching this, some of you guys might be experienced, some of you guys might be new traders. For those that are watching this, I want you guys to understand that although a stock is trending, it does not mean that, you know, if you buy in at that price right now, that it will continue to rise. Sometimes, like you guys saw on, what was it, CHFS, it was trending up, but then had a huge pullback at $1.66 all the way down to $1.40, and now it looks like it's trying to trend back up. So just make sure that you still stick to the basics of understanding the support, understanding the resistance, knowing where you're going to cut your losses, and setting up a plan every single time you trade. If the stock doesn't make sense to you, and you're trading it based on high, based on someone else's opinion, or solely based on it popping up on your, you know, scanner, make sure that you have a little bit more data, or at least know a little bit more on what's causing, you know, this increase in price. I want to make sure that this isn't the only decision maker on what, you know, allows you guys, or in a sense, as a catalyst to actually make you guys trade these stocks. But again, trade smart, use, you know, and learn the most you can about the stock before you actually invest your hard-earned money. And that's really just it. I just thought I'd make a very simple video for you guys on how to set up a very simple scanner. And there's a lot of different ways that you guys could utilize this specific scanner to change it around, and actually, you know, make it a little bit different. What I thought was going to be pretty useful, and again, this is just me. I'm known to chase a lot of red stocks, meaning that I like to chase a lot of stocks that aren't just necessarily gapping up, but that gap down. So what can I do to scan for those stocks? Well, I can simply, you know, I mean, I want the price range to stay the same. I want the volume to stay the same. But what I can do is, instead of 4% greater, I can simply put 4% less, and then I can scan for that. And then it will scan now for a bunch of stocks that dropped in price. And why is it that, you know, someone might want to, you know, find these specific stocks? Well, if you guys looked at some of the stocks that we traded yesterday, like FRED, FRED is one that had a huge drop from $13 all the way down to $9. We called it out at that $9 support. Why is it that, you know, I want to trade these stocks? Well, if you trade them right, and if you identify the support, the resistance, and the potential that it truly has, then understanding that you didn't ride it all the way down. So you don't care on how it, in a sense, opened, because if you held overnight, yes, that totally does suck. But understanding that, you know, from $13, it dropped all the way down to $9, and now it's most likely, if $9, it's its actual support and it starts trending upward, and then it's going to try to trend back up to its, you know, $13 resistance. And understanding that, we called it out in the morning, like with our live stream yesterday, and it trended from $9 all the way up to $10.77, which is a 20% profit from top to bottom. And a lot of people within our community of Technical Solutions were able to profit off of it, not because we did anything special, not because, you know, we knew about the stock way before, but again, we use these different scanners to, in a sense, help us expose ourselves to potential. But it, again, comes down to you as the investor to make sure that you set up a plan, that you manage your risk, you understand where you're buying, where you're selling, and where you'll cut your losses, and always understanding the importance of that. So not just trading based on someone else's opinion or what, you know, you're exposed to, but making sure you use that exposure, setting up a plan, and kind of go off of that. So that's really just it. I did want to make sure that if you guys wanted more videos about like momentum stocks and how to set up scanners, I'm not much of a momentum trader. I'm more of a technical trader. But feel free to follow within our Technical Solutions community. we have Connor, and he has a bunch of stocks. So you can simply go on my profile and click on him. He has a bunch of just videos on like breakout stocks, and just how to set up like scanners and stuff like that. So he's definitely the guy to look out for when it comes to setting up and understanding a little bit easier ways to set up these specific scanners. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. Let me see if you guys have any questions. Everyone's saying green light, saying good morning. G Daniel saying good morning. Come to Vienna. That's by Aaron, dude. I wish I could. Daniel says, "What's up, Ricky?" Good morning, Ricky. Aaron Smalls. I appreciate all you guys tuning in. I'm running on 30 minutes of sleep. I took a bus ride from San Sebastian to Barcelona, and had my girlfriend in the bus, and she was taking a nap, and it was kind of like one of our first times ever in the bus, and I didn't feel very safe, so I didn't want to like really take a nap. So I'm not running on much sleep. I'm going to try to catch up on some sleep on the 12 and a half hour flight that I have going on right now. But overall, thank you guys again so much for tuning in. Other than that, that's really just it. I'm not going to be able to trade with you guys this morning, so I thought I'd utilize this time to go live right now. So if you guys can do me a favor, those that are watching right now, feel free to share this video once the market does open, or about 30 minutes before the market does open, for all the people that are going to be waking up right now. Feel free to share this video with them, just because I'm probably going to be on the plane and not going to be able to share it with them. And just do me a favor. One of the biggest things is within Technical Solutions, all we want to motivate you guys to do is to share your best practices, share your mistakes, for everyone to learn from your best practices and stuff like that. So I hope you guys, again, I can't thank you guys enough for everything it is that you guys do. But that's really just it. I hope you guys have an amazing day. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, guys.